Hello and welcome, and yes, I'm using the old camera because the new camera just doesn't fit on the laptop, and I don't really have the space. So unfortunately, until I do a little MacGyvering, I'm back to using the old camera. I know the new camera supposedly looks better, but this one is less problematic. And just further proof, I should have brought in a desktop instead of a laptop. Oh well. I am your grumpy guy to all things gaming. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. It is the 20th day of March 2021. April Fools is almost upon us, and yes, I do have something planned for the 1st of April that I think will be the kind of thing you guys really, really want to see. All right, so we have more information on the Candlekeep controversy.
Good evening,
PanzerCut thing. We have words from some people who have actually read it and have actually dealt with editors and who actually are editors. So if I make the mistake and somebody calls out that I made a mistake and is actually, willing to talk to me about the mistake as opposed to just insulting me or calling me a toxic gatekeeper, I will, of course, follow up, investigate. Support me, Soda. Do my diligence as a respected journalist. And follow up. So I have been contacted by somebody who's actually read the Candlekeep mystery in print. And according to them, there might be some minor bits of confusion regarding the whole story from POC Gamer. And then I've also spoken to people who are editors who have contacted me and said, well, he's blowing this all out of proportion. So, do I still think Wizards of the Coast are hypocrites? And, who knows how much in regards to this whole SJW thing. Yeah, my opinion is Wizards of the Coast hasn't really changed that much. But in regards to Mr. POC Gamer PanzerCut, and what he claims he wrote and what he claims he saw and what actual editors have told me, especially in regards to this type of product, is that, to put it basically, he created something. Since none of us have access to the actual thing he created before he turned it into Wizards of the Coast, we don't know. We just know what he claims he wrote. And the way this type of writing project works, like I used in my example the other day, it's kind of like you build a thing. You build a desk, and then you sell the desk to somebody else. And then that guy paints the desk. And you're like, wait, no, I never meant for that desk to be painted. You're ruining my art. I don't want my name associated with it. Okay, that's a bad reference because why would you want your name associated? But you know what I mean. Basically, once you sell it, and if they change it, the way, according to what people have told me, this type of contract works, you have no say in the matter. You signed the contract, you took the money, they edited it, they did their job, the editors did their job, and then they put it out there. And whether they actually did change it from what he wrote or not, doesn't matter. You took the money, you signed the contract. You understood that what your job was and how the product worked. And, they supposedly contacted you back and forth, and there was proofreading and sessions and stuff like that. Now, to go further, I have been contacted. Sorry, the computer's acting weird. I have been contacted by an individual who's actually read it. And this is his response. So thank you, Matt Kraft, for reaching out to me. I'm going to call BS on the authors and his claims. I have Candlekeep. I have read through Book of Cylinders. I will not argue that perhaps they did change the story to a degree. After all, Hasbro and WOTC have paid writers and editors on their staff, and the community content might not have been up to the writing standard. And they've done this before. But I digress. Let's talk about the yuan-ti. The adventure clearly describes one group of yuan-ti as kind, gentle, and helping the Gripply, who are allowing these good yuan-ti to evacuate an archaeological site in the Gripply village. The other yuan-ti are evil, but it never says that all yuan-ti are evil. In fact, from the stat block in the book, all alignments have been stripped out. There you go with your POC SJW. So the author saying that that WOTC is making the yuan-ti all evil and pitting them against each other is just bullshit statement. The Gripply do currently live in shacks and adobes made of crab part and claws, but that is because they were forced out of their village by the group of evil yuan-ti and had to set up a refugee camp to house an entire village with whatever they could find. In fact, the adventure mentions that the Gripply have a thriving trade port that had to be converted to a refugee camp at the last minute. The adventure goes on out of its way to tell and show the players that the conditions the Gripply are living in are miserable, like a FEMA camp miserable, and the players need to clean out the yuan-ti raiders so the Gripply can return back home and restart their trading post and shipping lanes. Hell, Candlekeep even states that the trade and shipping they get from the Gripply are an important part of daily Candlekeep life, and that is why the adventurers are sent out, to see what happened to the Gripply and provide help. Again, I call BS on the author's claim. So the author is claiming that POC Gamer is claiming that what he wrote and what Wizards of the Coast printed are completely different. That Wizards of the Coast changed all the yuan-ti to evil, introduced aspects of colonialism, and turned the Gripply into primitive caveman dwelling individuals who need to be saved by the player characters. Which, of course, it goes against all the things that Wizards of the Coast is claiming they're trying to change their product. Now, this Matt Kraft says that he's read the adventure, and that is completely not true. There is a good group of yuan-ti. There is an evil group of yuan-ti. There's a group of Gripply stuck in the middle. The player's characters come in and, Jimbo, whatever, try and solve the problem, because the Gripply are part of the trade life force of Candlekeep. I'm not sure what Gripply would contribute to Candlekeep. I guess seafood, crabs and lobsters, and whatever else a race of weird frog people would provide to Candlekeep that Candlekeep would find necessary. But anyways, it states, according to Matt Kraft, that the adventure sounds like, from what I'm reading here, it is exactly what Mr. POC Gamer Panzer is saying. And that Wizards of the Coast didn't really change that much. They might have edited it. They might have reformatted it. They might have changed a few words. Maybe they, punched up a thing here and whatever. I don't know, because I don't have a copy. None of us have a copy of what POC Gamer originally wrote. We only have access to what Wizards of the Coast printed, which again, according to Matt Kraft, is not what POC Gamer Panzer is saying. So, again, I guess I have to go and find a copy of Candlekeep and read this adventure myself to get the truth. Now, I want to believe Mr. Kraft, but if what is Mr. Kraft is saying the truth, then why is this guy getting all his panties in a bunch? And this story has gotten so big, it's now on Google News and being, spoke about on ABC News affiliates, that this guy is so upset that Wizards of the Coast changed his product and went against their, SJW, PC, no, we're not going to do this, evil racist thing anymore. And he's saying, oh, no, they did exactly all the things they said they weren't going to do. And they never told me that they were changing it. And what the editor people are telling me is they don't have to tell you they changed it. You signed a contract, you gave them a product, you took the money. What they do after it, oh, well, editors have certain things that they have to follow to make the product approachable. And this guy, Matt Kraft, is saying, oh, no, that's not what happened. What POC Gaming is saying is a bunch of bullshit. So, really, the best thing I have to do is go to my friendly local game store, that's Game and Anime here in Ventura, and actually read the adventure in Candlekeep Adventures. I'm not going to purchase it because I'd never use it, but I think I could at least skim it and nobody would be too upset. So, yeah, you know what?
make up your own mind. Who's in the right here? Who's in the wrong here? It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, Wizards of the Coast is pocketing that sweet, sweet money. And really, in the eyes of Wizards of the Coast, that's all that mattered. And if in the process, Wizards of the Coast is stirring up controversy and getting more attention to Candlekeep Mysteries, then isn't that exactly what Wizards of the Coast wants? What Hasbro wants is to get attention to Candlekeep Mysteries and get people talking about it and looking at it like me and posting vlogs about it, because at the end of the day, that's more money for them no matter what, and more attention for them. As someone once said, there's no bad press. And all we're doing by talking about this is giving more press to the product. If we were really as upset about the current wokeness of Wizards of the Coast as we claim we are, we'd stop talking about them altogether. But unfortunately, I have to do my diligence as a respected member of the journalism pool. Respected member. Who am I kidding? And actually go look now, because I've made one statement. I've been called out on that statement. I've been told that the statement is not true. Wizards of the Coast, blah, 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 whatever. So obviously this story is not done. If you want to see me continue to follow up on this, please let me know. If you think I should just stop and let sleeping dogs lie, please let me know. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. 400 subs is the goal. 500 by the end of August would be nice, but 400 it seems to be more reasonable. So, and remember, the 400th sub will win a copy of Morkborg, The White Hack, and a playtest copy of the adventure I'm working on that will hopefully soon be published. Until then, I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming. Support me, Soda! I need a sponsor, and I will sell out. That's it. Get off my lawn.